Yo, what up? Juicy Hunter here. Today I'm just going to talk about itemization. I want to go through all the ADC items possible to make sure I give you a good feeling. I'm starting with the Ular, just in the God Builder. We are talking about some. You can see that I actually have a basic setup for him. So we are going to walk through some items and hopefully it will work. So let's first just go through the relics. Why not the relics? Blink OP man, Blink Stone Ular. Basically this is something you can look for occasionally. I don't really recommend that because you can need different shit. We have Curse, could be recommended, but obviously it's more the tanky characters that are going to take this. Frenzy, not really valuable. Meditation, you can look for that sometimes if you really want the sustain, the upper hand, whatever. Purification is something you will pick up a lot. Like, it's really important because, yeah, CC, it devastates you as an ADC. Phantom, no, Phantom is actually an item that I really didn't test out myself, but it should be okay in some occasions. Also with the Odin, it will kind of help you. Sprint, something I pick up a lot. Scout, not necessary. Sprint basically just gives you that movement speed. Like in this meta, Nemesis, fucking OP. You can be against an honor. There are a lot of god with slows, and you can just sprint away from them. We have Sanctuary, really good item for team comp that doesn't necessarily have CC but have a lot of burst damage. For example, Agni. No, that's bullshit. He has a lot of CC. Just figure this out yourself. You're probably really lonely about what you should do. Sunder, nothing you should be looking for. Teleport if you're in Hunter solo. Torrents, you can do that really sometimes, and a Hog is something you shouldn't pick up as a hunter, not as a jungler. But okay, Bluestone. So basically when you're like an ability based god and you want that extra poke damage, or you kind of lack in your wave clear with only using your abilities, you can look for the Bluestone pendant so that you get that extra damage up, get the extra wave clear, get the extra poke, whatever. Boomer's Mask, obviously not picking that up. We're just going to that, so I'm just skipping the others. That so got buff like lately. He, instead of 1 mana, he gets you 2 mana now. He has 15 physical power, 90 health, and you get 100 mana and 15 physical power here. So that's basically the 2 starter items you can buy on an ADC. This one screams about sustain. Screams, he doesn't scream, but he's just about sustain. And I feel like the Bluestone Pendant is more about dealing poke, because you can say like you have 100 more mana, but if you buy this item you're going to use more abilities, which means that that mana is just going like in one ability with Ular, 2 abilities actually, maybe 1.5, but okay. Let's just go on. Boots, so you can go Ninja Heavy if you feel like your early attack speed needed god. You can do that. I don't really know. I prefer Warrior Heavy because it also gives the pen, if I'm right. I don't see why it isn't here, but okay. So it gives you more physical power, it gives you the same movement speed, but this gives you 15% attack speed, so it's really what you think that's better, but I recommend Warrior Heavy. So then we have Ichival. Yeah, Reinforced Grid. I'm just going to skip items I think are non-valuable. Ichival is really decent to pick up in an early game. It's kind of cheap so that you can get your damage online rather quick. So that's kind of good. It's like you can read. It removes physical. It increases your physical power, and it reduces the target physical powers from items by 10. So this is really okay. You're basically hitting more, like you do 30 more physical power damage to someone if you hit him thrice in a row and you keep doing that damage. So Heartseeker is something you can look for because you get 15% extra attack speed, and at 5 stacks you can basically cast an ability and do a lot of damage. I think that's kind of good. You get a 40% physical buff, and then on Uller that would be actually decent, I think, so something you can be looking for. Never done it myself, I might actually have to try that out. That could be a really good whale carry, because that's a series I'm gonna do, but okay. Devourer's Gauntlet is definitely something you're looking for in the more attack-based gods, like the basic attack-based, and like every ADC is like really basic attack-based, obviously, but some also use abilities like Honor, Uller, Neath, probably, yeah, definitely Neath. You can look to build that to, those are the gods that probably will get Transcendence, but the ones basic attack damage based, like completely, like Ram, Apollo, Amusin Cobb, Golan, those really fit in the Devourer's Gauntlet because it gives you that lifesteal and it gives you that physical power. Then we have Titan's Bane, a really good item, 33% physical penetration, that's good, that's a lot. And yeah, basically you can do a lot with it, it's really good. It gives you physical power as well, so it's an item you could be looking for. Let's go over Brawler's Beatstick. This is occasionally when the enemy has a healer or a Freya, you can really look to pick up this item just because the reduced healing and it has the same physical power. If you are mana hungry, you can go Jotun's Wrath. Gives you mana, gives you some physical penetration. This, I thought that no, yeah, this gives you some physical penetration too, a bit more actually. This gives you CDR on the other hand, so that's really good too. So those two items is something you can be looking for. This is not actually something I recommend for ADCs, but you can buy it to actually do some, yeah, I don't know, it just gives you that boost to quickly push down towers. Like if you're really behind, you can't really do anything anymore, but you're Apollo, maybe you can get this, just burst towers down, whatever. Well, this is something you could be picking up on Uller, maybe. I wouldn't recommend it because most of the times, like, I don't know, I don't think it's all that good. Because it's only 30% and probably with other items you can do more damage. So you can't take this instead of crit, for example, but it's kind of cheap compared to other items, so that's something. Then we have the Basamune, or something, Masamun. Hey Samun, I have no clue how to pronounce that. Gives a lot of physical power, right? Gives you movement speed, which is also really good. You can actually maybe go with this one and Fatalis to get the same amount of movement speed. I don't know, actually maybe a bit more, I have to look into that. But you deal an additional physical power damage against gods with more maximum health than you. So maybe if they have like a really tanky team comp, or having for some reason two magicals, Zonkui and Aphrodite, which are both building HP 5. This could be a really good item to pick up. Then we have the Poison Star. Critical hits. This is one of the cheaper crit items, I want to point that out. It gives 15%, which is kind of decent. It gives you 30 physical power, and it slows them by 20%. And reduces their damage output by 20%. So this is a really good boxing item, actually, so that nobody can get away. But you have to have another crit item with it to make it work, maybe even two. Then we have the Executioner, which is really good. I pick it up quite a lot. Every basic attack reduces your target physical protection by 12% for 3 seconds. 3 seconds, 3. And there's a maximum of 3 stacks, so that's 36%. For 3 seconds, which is really good because that's quite a lot. And then you are just so this is actually, if you hit the basics a little bit better than Titan's Bane. Not a little bit better, it's just better than Titan's Bane. I don't know. It's really how, if you hit your basics, it's better than Titan's Bane. That's how it works. Then we have Kins. Kins on basic attack hit. Deal physical damage equal to 4% of the target's maximum health. So this is really good again against gods which are having a lot of health. Then we are going to the first lifesteal item, AC. AC is really good. It's one of the stronger items. Like when you drop below 35% health, you gain an additional 25% lifesteal, which makes you lifesteal like crazy. And you can, like, if you're really low, like I had a couple of times, you're boxing the ADC, he's getting low too, but he has a different lifesteal item. You are just going to poke it up. If you take this, the enemy probably won't have that much. Yeah, they can have burst, but you have to be sure that you can even keep fighting when you're low, and you have to hit those basics because they're really important. Before the summons, are we going to talk about this? This is actually getting buffed. It could be a potential good item to outbox people. You get a bit of health, like maybe it's comeback. I might actually go for the hammer build in the Smite Knight stream, and then go for a Frostbound Hammer, Runeforged Hammer, just to see how that goes. But you're slowing enemies 20 feet away. And take 10% more damage from all sources. I don't know, is this me or they have typos here, for sure. Anyway, it seems a bit weird, that aura, but then we have Frostbound Hammer. It's really skin back, I know, but Frostbound and Fatalis is really fucking strong. People kinda think it isn't, but it is. Enemies hit by your basic attacks have their movement reduced by 30%. That's quite a lot. They're so fucking slow. And their attack speed also reduced. So if you're playing against an attack-based god, this can be a really good item, because you got more health than he has. You can slow him for 30%, and you're reducing his attack speed by 50%. So this is a really good item you could be looking to pick up. Then when you're playing a really mana god, you know the Transcendence. Transcendence gives you 15 mana per stack, and receive 5 stacks for a god kill, 1 for a minion kill, and has a max of 15 stacks, and 3% of your mana is converted to physical power. So that's I can't actually calculate from that from my head. 15 mana stacks, 15 mana per stack, 15 times 50, that's actually 750, 3%, that should be 7.5 times 3, 22, up 22.5 above the 35 physical power you already have. So this item basically grants you around 60 physical power, so that's really good. And it also gives you mana, don't forget that. 15. Oh, that's not true. What I just said was complete bullshit. Just from the mana you get from this item, you get like 26, or what did I say, 22? I don't know, something like that. Something around 20 and 30 physical power just from his passive. Then we have the 3% from the mana, which also gives you 30% power, right? 30 power, not 30%, what the fuck am I talking about? 3% of 300 is obviously 9. Did I say that right? Yes, I did. So that gives you 9 power. You have your own mana pool, which gives you some power, so that's kind of good. I don't know what I just said though. Yeah, I think I was right about what I said. It gives you 50 or 60 power, something like that, maybe even more, I don't know. Wine Demon, really good, one of my favorite items right now. Gives you 40 physical power, which is quite a lot. It gives you 20% crit. Your crits hit for your hit crits, that's bullshit. You get movement speed, and you get attack speed increased by 20% for 5 seconds, so that's really good. So we have Bloodforge, really strong fucking item, but it doesn't give you as much lifesteal as the other items, but it really makes up for it in physical power. It's just good, and it gives you a shield when you kill an enemy, so this could be good in team fights. So it's really a really good item, but I don't pick it up a lot because I like to have more sustain in team fights or whatsoever. Then we have Soul Eater. A lot of people don't pick this up anymore. I still think it's really valuable if you feel like that you're getting burst really heavily, like Huchi ult, Vulcan ult, Acne ult, whatever. Just pick this item up because it will save your life. It just will. Because they think you're dead, but you're actually having stacks and you won't die. So Stone Cutting Sword is also a really decent thin thing you can pick up. It decreases enemy protections by 10 and increases your physical protection by 10 for 3 seconds, max 3 stacks, so 30 max. This is really good in boxing potentials, so that could be really great. Oh fuck, what did we do? I fucked up my Euler, no. Just don't save it. Deathbringer, critical strike damage. I still pick this up a lot, increased by 40, so that means that your crits almost do twice as much damage. Really good item. Rage, if you want to like crit more often, you just pick this up. Your crit chance will go higher eventually. It's really cheap as well. You might be looking for this. Malice gives like 50 physical power, which is quite a lot. This gives 30, by the way. So in comparison, 20% critical strike chance. I think that's on all three. Yeah, and when you deal a critical strike, you deal an additional 75% of your total physical power. I don't know, this can be really valuable in some gods, definitely if you're going for the Transcendence, because that has a lot of that damage on it, and additional crits will refresh this effect. So if they are still getting damage from one of your thing, it interrupts it. I think that is something you could say. And it really depends on how much physical power you're building, so you really have to look into that. So what more do we got? What more do we got? What you bet? Yeah, this is something you could be looking for if you feel like you're really focused, maybe in duel. I don't recommend it picking it up in I don't recommend picking it up in Conquest a lot. You shouldn't do that. You should just be the damage carry. You should be, and your team should protect you, even though it won't happen all the time. So let's go to attack speed items, things we didn't get. Ritual Dagger. Well, this is something you could pick up. 200 health, 10% cooldown reduction, 20% attack speed, movement speed. It's all along, it's really decent, but there are a lot of better items you can pick up instead. It's kind of cheap too. Something you shouldn't be picking up. Hastened Fatalities, we know it. It feels scummy. We definitely when I play Uller, I can't hit my fucking shit, which is fucking horrible. Don't know why, but like they are just fucking fast, and it removes the basic attack debuff. So as long as you keep hitting those basic attacks, you can just walk forward and keep basic attacking. I think we went over that already. Oh, this is ball, really good. Every 4th basic attack makes chain lightning, damaging up to 4 nearby enemies for 30 damage, plus 50% of your total basic attack power. So that's kind of decent. Still really valuable to pick up for extra wave clear, for extra poke, due to several reasons. You can fill that in. I think we got those 4 definitely. Void Shield could be something you pick up specifically, don't recommend it. Crits, that one. This is only in duel. Shouldn't be picking up this a lot. So I think we went over every item actually. So I hope you learned something from this. I just wanted to like let you guys see what things you can do. Maybe I can do another small video and I'll upload it later today. I am really distracted. I shouldn't have opened this. Let me respond it. I'm recording. Be right back. Well, anyway, maybe I should go over some builds now. Let me have a quick look about how long I have been recording already. That's actually 90 minutes already, so I'm just going to end it here. We like skipped over every item that you could possibly pick up. and I hope you really learned from it, but we will have to see how that goes, and if this was the right thing, just give me feedback on it, right? And I'll see you guys later, and subscribe, like if you really had something on this video, if you really want to support me and help me get better at this. Okay, well, see you guys.